And I'm back. More Spirit of Justice. We're into episode 3, The Rite of Turnabout. And this is where Phoenix finally gets to meet who he was looking for. But probably not under the circumstances he was expecting.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on. We're small fries compared to... Huh?
Well, they're blown. They're boned. Another fine day in the kingdom of Rite. So peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still. Sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. Her long ascetic training should be coming to an end. Before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Rite! Hoppy Rocky! Hey, Albie. Hoppy Rocky. Oh, you mastered the greeting of Karine! I don't know about that. I guess all that practicing's paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Well, morning prayers begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion's important here in Rite. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. Today's a special day. Even full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in the world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. What makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today's the purification rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So what exactly is Maya going to be doing in this? What? Didn't she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. It's unprecedented having a foreigner play such a key role. This is really something. It really is. Helping out such an amazing person. This has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So, who's this Lady Kira you're mentioning? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, about hundreds and hundreds of years ago, there lived this female warrior. Uh-oh. Stop. Is something wrong? Did I go old bag? No, it's just... I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I guess it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Yeesh, dodged a bullet. Oh, right! You're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today! The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the Rite with this. An English guidebook? Where'd you dig this up from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. Figured no one was using it, so I borrowed it. Hey, this book belongs to Maya. It's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this. Yeah! Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite's taking place. Let's go! To the Plaza of Devotion! I wonder if Maya's matured any. Well, her voice might have. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold, though. I think I can handle it. You'd think. I wouldn't want to come up here. It's cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. Welcome to Minnesota weather, Phoenix. That's what I dealt with all week last week. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted. Right. Couldn't they just as easily do all this someplace warmer? I love how the dog gets in on everything, too. Well, this too is part of our religious training. Helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of the stairs is the inner sanctum. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are! After all, Rite is known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Koreanese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. 15? Do you get anything done? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all those square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. Wait, 15 hours basically means all of the waking day. Do they do, like, walking meditation, too? Because unless they consider sleep part of that, then that makes it a little easier. They contain the prayers of our people. He's talking about those colorful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety in the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story's gonna have to wait another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, O noble traveler.
How do you fare, Mr. Rite? It's been many a day.
Who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya! Happy Rocky! Happy Rocky, Albie. And you, Mr. Rite. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Thanks. Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? You could say that again. The nice thing about her growing up is I don't have to really change the voice much. She's voiced by the lady who did Momo ISA and Don, so it's easy, like, same vocal range. It's really easy, rather than, like, making her high pitch. I could save that for someone else in this thing. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Kurain Village back home. Or Kurain. I'm getting it confused now. Kurain? Kurain! Oh good, Kurain! Ugh! It's gonna drive me nuts. She was also my assistant for quite a time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Rite and Co-Law offices. Now she's here training to be the leader of Kurain Village and to master her craft. Apparently to become the master of the Kurain channeling technique. To train here in Kurain since it's where the technique originated. Didn't I sound like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit. What's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature, but on the inside she's the same old Maya, and I don't think Phoenix would want it any other way. I'm actually kind of glad. See? I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused! But you should have seen him in action, he was amazing! I bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty a number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ow. It stings more when it's coming from her. I guess you finished the bulk of your training needed to become the master, right? Oh! You mean that special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? It's not like the other time where we were on that fucking bridge and in the cold weather in the fucking mountain and it was set on fire. Yup. And I've completed the full 2 years. Jeez. I could finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they were having the foreigner conduct one of the rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all the customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. I'm going to become the best Lady Kira guardian deity ever. Better throw in a few prayers so that things don't end up in a flaming disaster then. So, about this guardian deity you'll be portraying today. What exactly were we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way you think of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom of Khura'in a long, long time ago. So she actually existed? And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. It's one of these, like, urban legend things. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's the champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. Sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right, whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must really be a popular deity if all the people are here for her. Yup. But there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? So why is this rite attracting such a large crowd? Because there's been actual sightings. You know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain, and I'll take 2 hours to do it. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared just like in the legends. She began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirt, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, if they're trying to disrupt the peace, I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her in the front page of today's newspaper. Sightings of her go back 2 years. But this is the first actual picture to ever be taken. I can't believe someone was actually able to capture her on film. Couldn't this just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. Think some regular cosplayer could take on people dressed like that in a costume alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills thinking about it. But Lady Kira's spirit possessed a sacred robe or something. Spirit possessing a piece of clothing? Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows? Hey! What's that supposed to mean? They even gave her the puffy cheeks. That's great. You're just jealous I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I gotta keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You've really lost your edge since the last time I saw you, yeah? Those spikes of yours have grown really dull. And there's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that little Lady Kira's been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? I can't believe you really buy all that. Well, I wonder who's under that road. But Mr. Rite, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me the great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira. I'm calling it the Kira bun. Talk about a Kira business strategy. Come on, Maya, just admit you're running around dressed as Lady Kira already. Huh? I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I have returned to this lovely young lady's body. What? No! Poor doggo. Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Hi-ya! Ow! Mr. Rite, where did she kick you? Just kidding. I mean, come on. Maybe dressing up as her for the right, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know, that was a pretty solid left hook. Oh, it was right in his gut. You were just trying to be funny. Really had me going there for a second. No one could be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the Rite today. Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it than I was before. Huh? Huh? Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I'd better get going. His footsteps? During the Rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That's why I know. That way, I know he's coming. It's pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya's always so bright and cheerful. I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in, at all. Wonder if that means her training's all for naught. Hope not. Oh, it's Acolyte Zealot! I'm gonna say Zealot instead of Zealot, because that would be annoying. Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the High Priest, Abbot in me, and lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? I could never do that. It's Abbot in me! The purification rite's about to begin! So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the Rite? Looks almost like what the figure in the newspaper was wearing. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those bells on the High Priest's ankles. How does he walk with those? They're a lot bigger than I thought they would be. Mr. Rite, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Did I just say wrath? I meant wrath. I'm not a Ninja Turtle. Okay, let's see. I kneel down, cross my ankles, and ow! Right now I can only see the ground. My back's killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Yoga would have been a good thing. But you always use your bike. Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this? The rite requires we stay like this until the day after tomorrow? That's 2 whole days! I don't feel so... Ow! Mr. Rite, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! Note. Work your way up to things. Mr. Rite? Please, you gotta get up! Ow. Huh? Almi? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from the back pain. Must have carried me all the way back here. Something terrible's happened. Miss Maya, she's just follow me. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya, she's been arrested. Again? Why does this always happen? Can I go one Maya game without her being arrested or put on trial or claiming to be a witch or stuck in a place or possessed? Nope. Where's Maya? Just take it easy. But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go! Maya! Nick, I didn't kill him! I swear I didn't! Quiet, you! Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences! Wait a second! What on earth's going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer! Emma Sky, what's she doing in Rite? I'm sorry, Mr. Rite, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station. But with respect, got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! So, what are you doing here in Rite? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing here? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened. Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? What happened? You gotta tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is Tarust in me, the high priest who was presiding over the rite. Right. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. Never knew my back was like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. The murder took place at the inner sanctum, where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum? All the way up there? It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through the gate over there and up to the top of the mountain, just beyond. Oh, so that's why everyone's offering their prayers in that direction. Abbott and me and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin this rite. Just after they finished the prayer, you fainted in the middle of. So, who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya's are so suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred? Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is a stairway at the starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. The crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the High Priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that didn't help. Makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir? Are you gonna defend Miss Maya? Of course I am. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who would have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Tell me about it. I never thought I'd go through another trial, where the divination seance determines all and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Rite. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. Can't believe I fell for it. Just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor's taking a liking to you. And after all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm, kind, and he always has a smile on his face. It's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yeah, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one, too. Prosecutor Sadmani's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sadmani? Polkunka! You know him? Of course, everyone at Rite does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go against that prosecutor, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. That's my job to, as a lawyer. Oh, right. Sorry. Which is great. A prosecutor's already a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Chinese than the other one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Not really. Not really. I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. They treat lawyers like criminals. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy last time. Let's just say I'll help where I can. Thanks. But don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account. Sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press is the High Priest autopsy report. The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound in the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Warbad dagger. It's used during the rite, however the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Isn't that Rebel Hunter posing also posing as her armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to take a look at the crime scene? Police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please, I'm begging you! Just like the police, I need access if I'm going to have a viable defense. Alright then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmati and the police later. Thanks. You've quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? No, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky. Why don't you join me? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum's off limits. Well, I guess I'll have to face all this on my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Are they gonna go home? Customs of this rite require they not move from the spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have the police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Sheesh. I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Let's see. Okay. See the autopsy. Okay, cool. Inner sanctum we go. Oh. Oh dear. I know who that is. And it's Phoenix's worst nightmare. Oh. It's really high up. Really, really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. Better get started while I can still feel my fingers. Huh? Who's that? Kinda looks like... excuse me? Ah! It's you! Do you even know where you are? Barbed head? Of course I do! May I ask why you're here, your benevolence? I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Kuraianism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here. But I'm not unscrupulous. Quiet! You dared to find insult and fault with my insights at every other turn that other day. She's still sore about that? As you know, your benevolence, a murder has occurred and I need to investigate. But we know the killer is one of your own. In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she's a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. So can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened? All practitioners from overseas are big phony balonies. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige. Seems like nothing I'll do convince her otherwise. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As the defense attorney in this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've even been authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our Sacred Hall of Justice once more? No, I simply just want to defend my client. Which means you've come to forge evidence. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance. That's unfair. Who taught you to demonize a whole group of people anyway? My mother and father. Do you have an issue with their parental guidance? No, I'd never dare to criticize a royal couple. Still can't imagine the lawyers here must have gone through so much hatred. Oh. I just had the most wonderful idea, Barbed Head. Why do I have a bad feeling this is with that glint in her eye? This is the best. So, what's this most wonderful idea of yours? If you were to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds. What? You want to follow me around the entire time? Of course. Not that I want to, mind you. I will not tolerate any objections. Understood? She can't do this to me. What was that, barbed head? Nothing. Very well, then. Let us get this investigation over with. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, barbed head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Rite. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of battle that Lady Kira bears. The blood of battle? If it's that big a problem, why don't you just head down now? I won't do anything, I promise. No. Lawyers are not to be trusted. Now make haste so that we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing. What now? Your victory the other day was a stroke of fortune. But this time, my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat most bitter, you lawyer. I will. Can we get on with my investigation? As long as you know where you stand. Ugh. Better hurry up and poke for clues before she changes her mind. Yay! Rayfa's the best character in this game, and this is the case where she shines. Because she gets to be Phoenix's chaperone all day. And it sucks for him, but it's great for us. But, we'll get to that in the next episode. See you next time.